Hello team, I'm Abby, and I heard you want to know what kinds of things go on here at G Fiber. It just so happens we have a new customer who needs high-speed internet.
Hi, I'm Mark and I sure could use some high-speed internet.
Would you like to work with me to get G Fiber to Mark's house? Great! You should have a map and some stickers that we will need for this first step. You will also need a pen or pencil. Now let's get started designing a route. As you look at the map, you will see where the G Fiber building is, and you should also see where Mark's house is. We will need to draw a path along the roads from the G Fiber building to Mark's house. I will give you a minute to look at the map and draw your route. Here at G Fiber, we have a team of people who engineer the safest and most cost-efficient path for our fiber optic cable. These are called our technical operations managers. Do you know someone who is a tech ops manager? Now that you have the route you want to build on, we need to ask the city manager if they will let us build your route. Sending your route to the city to review is called permitting. Do you know someone who works in the permitting department? You got your route approved, great job. Look in your items and find your approved permit sticker. Let's put that on our map. One last thing before we start construction, we need to order and collect the materials we will need. First item on the list is the fiber optic cable. It looks like a lot of thin colorful hairs bunched together in a sleeve. Those hairs are actually stretched glass. That's right, long hairs of glass dipped in plastic. Let's take a look at how it's made. Fiber optic cable is made from glass. The manufacturer create a large cylinder of glass. The glass cylinder is moved into place. They hang the glass over a very hot kiln. As the glass begins to melt, they pull it down to stretch it out. As the glass stretches out, they slowly begin to coil it up. It's placed on a spool. Then they send it to the fiber cable manufacturers. Because the fiber optic cable is important, we want to protect it. We place the fiber into a tough plastic pipe called conduit. Conduit comes in a lot of different colors. But orange is the color used most often for fiber optic cable. Let's review what we have done so far. Used the map to create a route. Got our permit approved by the city. Ordered and collected our materials. We are ready for construction. To send our map out to be constructed, we need to have it stamped. Find your ready for construction sticker and put it on your map. Here comes Maria to talk to you about construction. Hi Maria. I am going to head back to the office. See you later team.
Ready to start building? Let's head to the construction site. When on the construction site, there are a lot of things to be careful for. There are cars and buses on the roads. To be safe, we have special clothes we wear. We wear sturdy shoes to protect our feet, and long pants to protect our legs. We wear reflective vests so we are easy to see. Hard hats to protect our heads. We have other safety items like traffic cones, signs, and flags. Do you know someone who wears clothes like this to work? Now that we have taken all the safety precautions, let's get to work. To put the conduit in the ground, you will need to decide what machine to use. Let me show you the ones you can choose from. First machine is a plow. Plows work best on the side of the road with lots of grass and dirt. You can see they have big tracks and carry the conduit with them. They need lots of room to work, but they work very fast. The next machine is a trencher. The trencher has a blade that cuts through the grass and dirt. This machine is smaller and can fit in more places, but still needs grass and dirt to work. This machine doesn't make as much of a mess as the plow. This machine is a missile bore. It's a small rod that we push through the dirt. This is good for going under driveways, sidewalks, and anything else solid on top of the ground that the plow and trencher can't go through. The missile bore needs a hole on both sides to start and finish. This machine is a directional drill. This machine has a spinning drill on the end of a long rod that the machine pushes through the dirt. The operator uses controls that look like a video game to guide the machine through the dirt. There is a transmitter on the end of the drill. Another person uses the sensor to help the operator guide the drill through the ground. The crew is able to work together to avoid striking other utilities under the ground. This machine is a road saw. Some people call it a micro trencher. It has a very large spinning blade that cuts the road and curb. As it's cutting, it makes a lot of dust and dirt. There is a big vacuum that follows the road saw and sucks up all the dust and dirt. Now that you have seen all the machines, do you know which one you want to use on your construction site? Do you want to be the person who drives the big machine? Maybe you know someone who uses these big machines and could show you how to drive it. When the construction crew has completed putting the conduit into the ground, we are ready to put the fiber in. Fiber optic cable comes on large wooden spools. The crew will need to pull the fiber off those spools, careful to not cause damage to the glass. Before the crew can put the fiber cable into the conduit, they need to pull the fiber off the spools and put them into a figure 8 on the ground. For the thin cables, they do it by hand. For the thick, heavy cables, they have a machine that will help them pull it off the spool. One way to put fiber cable into the conduit is to blow it in with high-pressure air. The plug, or it is sometimes called a sled, that is taped to the end of the cable. That is placed in the conduit and the machine is screwed down tight to not let any air escape. They open the valve and push the sled through the conduit with air, dragging the fiber with it. When all the sections of cable have been pulled through the conduit, we need to connect them all together. We use a small machine called a splicing machine to fuse each piece of glass together. This machine uses a laser to heat the glass hot enough to fuse together. In this video you can see the small machine used for splicing. See how thin and delicate the fiber is? Now that we have our network built, there is only one thing left to do. That is to put the internet on the cable. Here is Mike to tell you all about that.
Hello team, I'm Mike here in the G-Fiber Central Operations building. Maria says you would like to learn about what goes on here. Here in the Network Operations Center, or what some people call the NOC, is where we monitor all our cables to make sure all our customers have service. There are computers all over the world that connect together to make the World Wide Web. Our operations center has just a few of them. So let's get Mark connected to the internet.
Hey! I have internet now. Thanks G-Fiber.
I hope you learned a little bit about what your family and friends do here at G-Fiber. Maybe someday you will come to work here too. Bye.